Hey, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today is a vlog, and make sure you stay tuned to the end to hear story time and subscribe to my channel. Here we go.
Hanging with the kitties. Yes. Sydney, excited to hang out? Yes. Love teenageries. House is a mess. We're on holiday. Whatever. It's a beautiful day. Yes. Hey, excited to hang out with your mama today? Yes. So I've taught my youngest how to make a coffee. So now he has the most marketable skills of all of my children and is the youngest. Barista Jude, soon to come.
Okay, so we are finally packed up to go on our picnic, and first we're going to make a stop at the badminton gym and play an hour of badminton. Here we go. Okay, so just to say a little bit about badminton before we go, it is quite the sport here, and a lot of people play, and they have like these badminton facilities that are exclusively like badminton courts, and it's really cool. So it's much more of a sport than I've ever experienced in the US. So here we go. Okay, we just finished an hour of badminton. Now we're heading to the beach for lunch. So we're gonna have a picnic on the beach, put our toes in the water.
It's not a beach day. I don't feel like a beach.
Oh.
Well, it's beach day, but it might.
We want to go to Point Howard Beach.
I don't know if it's a beach day, but I don't want to go to the beach. It's not free. I just don't feel like going to the beach.
That's what we're doing.
But our food will get all sandy.
No, I brought a sheet to put down. So we just finished lunch, and now we've decided to go into the city, and we're going to try the best hot chocolate in the city. Now, I had this the other day and it was amazing, and none of my kids have had it, so I said, let's take you to the best hot chocolate in the city. Here we go. So we're heading downtown to what's called Cuba Street, which is a very famous street. You can't drive on it, you can only walk. And we are going to have the best hot chocolate. So here's a little view of the city. How would you describe it?
Funny. And thick, kind of. Well, once you mix it a lot.
It's thick. Is it
Yeah,
hot?
it's weird, but yeah, it's good.
Okay, so I just dropped the kids off at home and now we're gonna go fix these eyebrows. Oof. Going to a cute salon here in Lower Hutt. Here we go. One sushi for dinner. This is chicken katsu, which is basically rice with some salad and then crispy chicken and some sauces on top. And then we have some dumplings for the family. Friday night takeaways. Okay, story time. Thanks for watching today, and I like to end all of my vlogs with a little bit of a story, but today I think I'm going to highlight some things that I might have touched on during this video that you might not be aware of. The first one being school holidays. What do I mean by school holidays? So in New Zealand, it is set up very differently. The school year is all year round with 4 terms. So there are 3 2-week school holidays, so April, July, and October, and then there's a 6-week school holiday in the summertime, as opposed to the 3 months that the US has. So it's kind of like year-round school, but it's really great because you can travel and do things all during the year, and you have 2 weeks off, and it's a nice break for the kids in between. And so I really actually prefer this type of schedule over the one in the US. The second thing I want to talk about is I touched on badminton and some of the sporting that they have here in New Zealand for kids and for adults, and I just want to highlight some of the differences. Like I said, like badminton is a big sport here. There's so many unique sports here, but the biggest sports are going to be like rugby, cricket are going to be your big ones. Then there's netball, which is kind of like basketball, but not. So look it up if you're curious. They also have soccer, which is called football here, and volleyball and all of your other typical sports. But then there's just so many unique things that you do. There's water polo's popular. There's like underwater polo, I don't even know, kind of things. And and people do so many things. And so another difference about sports in general for kids in New Zealand compared to the US is that I had noticed that when people play sports, they play a lot of different sports here, where I think in the US they tend to focus, right, on like 1 or 2, sometimes 3 sports if you're kind of an all-around athlete. But here you can play like 1, 2, possibly 3 sports within a term. And it's very common for people to play a lot of sports because they don't require you to practice every single day like they do in the States for every sport, but it's more of, 2 days a week, unless you get more in the elite levels and you'll be practicing more. But yeah, so it's really cool when you play sports. When someone's athletic, they play lots of different sports. So what I've noticed when I've come here is that students are really, when they're athletic, they can play a lot of different sports, and that's really good for developing their athletic ability because they're not focused on one area, and it's really cool. So that's a little bit of the differences between New Zealand and the US sports. Have a great week.